Welcome back to the channel. Everybody talks a lot about customer service, especially when it comes to Tesla. So yesterday, 2 days ago, I discovered a small problem. I tried to pop my front trunk, and it's not opening. It opens a little bit, but I can't lift it up. So what I'm gonna do is, unannounced, I didn't schedule anything, I'm gonna go straight to my my typical place where I go to for any type of service, which is the guys on West 4th Avenue here in Vancouver. I'm gonna go down to this service center, and I want to see how long is it gonna take for them to fix this. Now remember, I didn't schedule an appointment, I didn't do any of this, so I am literally gonna be walking in, telling them about the problem, and I'm gonna either walk away with having my frunk fixed, or they're gonna schedule me in for something else. Either way, I'm gonna let you guys know. I understand that there has been so many people that really have not gotten the service they desired, they deserved for that matter. And I know Tesla recently, especially through the Q4 earnings, they were talking about they are aware of the problems and they are going to try and fix all this stuff. They're going to be working on ideas to fix this. However, I can't really relate to a lot of the things that many of you guys are telling me about bad customer service, especially when it comes to the Tesla service. And as for my delivery, I had great delivery. I had a great experience with my delivery. Maybe it's just this particular service center that has been really, really good. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. But ultimately, I've had a great experience. But the truth is, I kind of see where everybody's coming from, and I've never said Tesla customer service is the best, but today we're gonna find out how good they really are. So like I said, basically all that happened is one morning I tried to open up my frunk, because I do use my frunk, believe it or not, and it just doesn't open. It doesn't open fully, and so I can't actually open it. Now I can easily put my finger in there and just take the little latch, move it to the side and open it up. But you know what? I don't want to do that. What I want to do is I want to take it into Tesla service, let them work on it, let's see how long it takes for them to fix it. And hopefully, if they're gonna tell me, they're gonna schedule me in about 2 weeks, I'll be a little bit upset, I have to admit, because I do use my frunk. And that's kind of what everybody's telling me is happening. So yeah, I don't expect that. I've never had that with anything that I've ever come in with when it came to Tesla. So today's gonna be my test. It's gonna be my experience to see what everybody is talking about. Maybe I've been spoiled, maybe I've just been lucky, but that's what I'm gonna go in for today. My frunk is not opening. Let's see how long it's gonna take them for to basically put it all together and fix it. So right now it is I'm way too early. Oh, darn it. So I am heading straight over to West 4th right now. I'll be there literally at opening at 10 o'clock in the morning, because I'm nuts. It happens to be a Saturday morning, which is also a pretty busy time for Tesla. So I'm kind of putting everything into one basket here. Saturday morning is busy. It's a weekend, so everybody and their grandmother comes down to the Tesla service at that time. And I have no appointment. So let's see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated. Alright, boys and girls, so there we go. I've pulled it in. I told them what the problem was, which was basically the front wasn't opening. It is currently 10 o'clock, so in half an hour I was in and out. They replaced the latch because it seized, and that's it. So there's the customer service that I am getting. There's the things that this is the reason I have a hard time with understanding what a lot of people's experience is. Literally half an hour, I walked in, no appointment, no nothing, and these guys did the job. Now, this is something that it has happened to me consistently since I've owned this car. Anytime I had even as much as a question, it was done, it was fixed. This is obviously not meant to say that people are not telling the truth. I know for a fact from some of my friends that yes, there have been problems. But I think it depends a great deal on the problems, and I think it depends a great deal on where you are. Now, I live in British Columbia, in Vancouver, right? And I go to the place I go to all the time is the ones on the service center on West 4th Avenue. They truly have great crew there. They really do. They're wonderful. I can't speak for the other service centers, but I can definitely speak for this one. They have very good staff. They know what they're talking about, and more often than not, when I just come in and say, look, I have this, they already know what to expect and what the problem might be, and they just jump on it and get it fixed. To me, this is the way the customer service should be. I think this is one of the better locations in terms of, or I should say, this is the example of the way that Tesla should be doing all of their services, based on what I am, what I've heard from many of you talking about this. So if you're in Vancouver and you go to West 4th, odds are you're gonna have any problem fixed. I just don't see really where everybody's talking to. I have not gone through these experiences of, negative experiences that a lot of people have gone through. So it's so hard for me. Today I went in, I specifically made this video for you guys, so you see that I cannot relate to this. I don't know, maybe I'm just very lucky, maybe the guys like me here, I don't know what it is, but whenever I bring in a problem, it's fixed. So let's recap. I noticed that my front wasn't opening. I decided to go out this morning, go straight to Tesla, the Tesla service center, on a Saturday morning with zero appointment, nothing. All I did is basically walked in and said, guys, my frunk is not opening. What can you do? They asked me for my key. They looked up the VIN number. They blah, blah, blah. They asked me for my key. I went in. I was talking to one of the service guys. And next thing I know, it's done. And I asked them, well, what was the problem? They said, well, it's a seized latch. And that's it. That was it. So what did you do? And they said, well, we just replaced it. They put a new one in. I have, because apparently older latches do have problems. Apparently, I don't know if that's all of them or just some of them, or if it's a certain batch. So they just replaced it. I got a new upgraded latch. There you go. I shouldn't have this problem anymore. And again, all this, half an hour in and out. So please excuse me for the future videos where I have a hard time trying to answer questions when it's relative to customer service, because I really always have gotten amazing customer service from Tesla. And so with that said, I don't know what to tell you guys. I have, on the other hand, this morning talked to a wonderful gentleman. I met at a charger. Basically, I woke up this morning, I went to the charger before Tesla opened, and this gentleman was telling me as well about, his bad experience and how, he wasn't happy with a lot of the stuff that they went through. And I understand. I can hear these people, and they're genuinely saying, the service I got was just blah, blah, blah. You have a bad service, and I can completely understand that. I've had that with previous vehicles I've owned, and honestly, I was expecting very much to what you guys are talking about, to what a lot of many of you are talking about. That's the service I truly was expecting from a new company like this. But I got something very different. And again, I don't know if I'm just lucky, but I got something very different. I consistently walk in fact, I believe the entire time I've owned this car, I think I made an appointment once, and that was for my front struts. They had to replace my front struts. It was making a little bit of noise, and even that, the appointment, I made it. I walked in, I dropped off the car. They gave me one of the Model X's I reviewed, and walked out. The next day everything was done. So I never had this service problem. Ultimately, I think it's dependent on location as well. I think it depends on the area you live in. I think it depends on, the staff, the people, how determined are they to really do the job? How much pride do they take in their work? So I think a lot of this really reflects on many different scenarios. I can't say anything for delivery. I had a great delivery experience, but I understand with a delivery experience that there's no excuse for that except for the fact that they're silly busy. But I don't know. I still have a hard time trying to figure out all the problems that, you know, people come up with. But as far as customer service has gone so far for me, I am absolutely surprised at how great it is. And again, I gotta give a huge shout out to the Tesla Service Center on 4th Avenue in Vancouver. They are impeccable. They really are. They do the job right, and they treat you like a true customer. You know, if nothing else, if anybody from Tesla hears this, this is what I'm gonna say. Use these guys as an example. Use them as a guide to, you know, how things should be done. At the very least, use my VIN number and you know, see how well they dealt with me, and try and follow that guide. I am extremely happy. And I'd like to point out that I'm also a very, very picky customer. It doesn't matter what it is. I am a nightmare customer for a lot of businesses, but I don't have a problem with Tesla. I just don't. So yeah. Anyway, take away what you want from this. I thought it would be a good video because I initially figured, you know what, in a worst case scenario, if somehow I'm gonna have to go through the process of waiting, and you know, I won't be able to use my Frunk for a while and blah blah blah, then I'll be able to relate to you guys a little bit more. Unfortunately, I kind of had a feeling this would happen. It did. So once again, I can't really relate to a lot of the things that you guys are telling me. Who knows, maybe one day. But at the end of the day, I kind of hope that all of you will have the great experience that I'm having eventually. I know Tesla did say that they are working on their customer service. They have a number of plans in play to, you know, make their customer service much better, to improve it. Mobile service is definitely something they want to expand on. I'm very happy to hear that, because frankly, I love the idea that I can, you know, tell them what the problem is, have somebody come to me rather than me go to them. So again, all I'm gonna say is, you know, thank you so much for watching. If you want to comment on this, please do. You know, keep it friendly. I know that I'm kind of contradicting a lot of what you hear on YouTube and maybe what you've experienced yourself, but yeah, I can't do anything about it. I just happen to be, I guess I'm lucky, okay? So I'm sorry for all of you who have not received the proper service, or a service that you believe you should have received. I hope all of that will improve with time. Tesla's been an amazing company to deal with so far in every aspect. I have zero complaints about this company. I truly have nothing. On a personal note, the only complaints I would have are based on literally what you guys are telling me, and that's not that's not a situation that I can really put myself into. So hopefully Tesla will improve this dramatically. Hopefully you guys will all get the service that I get, and because you'll be happy, I'm telling you. All right, thank you very much for watching. As always, you guys are the best. Have a wonderful day. Drive safe. See ya. Bye-bye.